Everyone has something that hit them at the perfect time in their life. Maybe it's a movie like 500 Days of Summer, which you watched after a breakup, or a TV show, or a song. For me, it's Andrew Lloyd Webber's musical, The Phantom of the Opera. But what was it that impacted me so deeply? Was it the music, characters, or story? Well, it's kind of a mix of everything. Musicals. Most people, especially nowadays, aren't big fans of them. They aren't nearly as popular as they were back in the 80s. At school, you don't hear kids talking about how they saw Les Miserables and cried when, insert character name here, died. Kids probably don't get as excited when their parents tell them they're going on a Saturday afternoon to a matinee. Well, I'm not like most kids. Most kids have some mumble rap blasted in one of their ears in the middle of class, whereas I might have the sweet sound of Eric's monkey playing in mine. Most kids wouldn't choose to watch a live recorded stage performance of any musical if it didn't feature rap or Justin Bieber. But when I opened the bag on Christmas morning and I saw a ticket that said The Phantom of the Opera on it, I was beyond excited. Calling myself a fan of the show is an understatement. I prefer the term fan. I mean, I own the 1943 film, 2004 movie adaptation, 25th anniversary, 2012 recorded stage performance of the sequel, Love Never Dies, a big poster of the 2020 Toronto adaptation, which I saw, have read the 1910 book, have seen the original 1925 silent film twice, have had this self-made design beside my bed for about 1.5 years, have had a mask on R2-D2 for a while, and dressed up as Eric for not only Halloween 2018, but for my review of the 25th anniversary. But my first experience with the story was not what you know it from. In 2017, on May 18th, I sat inside the cafeteria of a nearby school which had a stage in it, and I can't say I remember much of it, but I do remember being in shock of the pure emotion I just witnessed. I remember when the two leads came down the middle aisle in the boat, and me having to move my leg as the boat would have hit me. I couldn't get the music out of my head, and just under a month later, I used it for a final project in school. I know I'm not good at art, don't judge. My love, or should I say obsession, of this musical didn't start until May 7, 2018, when I discovered a 2004 film on TV by the name of The Phantom of the Opera. I recently came across this on IMDb when randomly looking for movies, and I remembered I saw the musical before and I wanted to check out the movie, and well, I kinda ended up loving it. I know, looking back on it, it's a bad film and a terrible adaptation, but without knowing of the original cast album or the 25th anniversary, I went with this. I have figured out, though, why I love this one so much. It's because of the story. I connected with the story for a few reasons, but one of the main ones is Eric, also known as the Phantom. He's a character who has a deformity from birth, and he thinks of himself as ugly. He feels jealous of Christine's love for the Vicomte Raoul de Chagny, also her childhood sweetheart. At the same time, I was at 6 months in my current relationship, and let's just say, things weren't going too good. I just remember feeling exactly like Eric did, and that relationship ended with me getting cheated on, aka her choosing someone over me. But there's one scene/song in particular that I connected to the most, and that is the All I Ask of You reprise. The meaning of the song for me is, I gave you everything, and this is how you repay me. Eric sings in sadness at first, but that quickly turns to rage. Now, I personally didn't knock out any chandeliers, but I can understand what Eric felt. Giving someone your everything and then getting almost nothing in return is an awful feeling. I've listened to The Phantom of the Opera for nearly 2 years now, and after the discovery of the 25th anniversary album, those numbers went up. Still to this day, I sit in class listening to the beautiful trio of Ramin Karimloo, Sierra Bogus, and Hadley Fraser singing Wandering Child. And every time I listen to it or watch this musical, I'm still as emotionally struck as I was on May 18th, 2017.